Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back to do another tape analysis for the week. Merry Christmas to all of Steelers Nation. Hope you guys are having a good day. Wanted to bring some Christmas cheer. I had a podcast today on Steelers Depot article that were a bit negative, probably not in that Christmas spirit. So want to give some props to Mark Barron, a guy that I think most of Steelers Nation has been highly critical of during the regular season, and by no means is this saying that he's definitely going to be back, nor is this saying his play's been amazing or remarkable, but I do think he's gotten better these last couple weeks, and it is important to remember he's a guy that's settling in, learning the scheme, and had to get adjusted after spending several years with the Rams. So 4 plays from the last 2 weeks. I really focused on the Jets game, but I did want to look at 1 play from the Bills game, and this is it. This is a third down, I believe. Yes, it is. And this is just zone coverage, and Barry doing a great job to work to the flat, close, and make a tackle on Singletary, a dangerous back in space, and being able to get the stop and get off the field on third down. It actually might be man coverage. I'm looking at it a little bit closer now. But either way, this is a tough route here. You're out leverage. It's empty set. You got to work to the flat here. You know, the Singletary motion out. You're already out leverage to begin with against an athletic rookie back. Be able to work over the top of this rub. They're trying to set this pick here with Dawson Knox. Take a good angle, drive your feet, make the play, make the stop, get off the field in a really critical point of the game. Releases early in the game, actually in the first quarter. But a nice job here from Mark Barron and a big stop on third down. Oftentimes, if you're doing really well in coverage, it's not going to get noticed because the ball's not going your way. So that's what Barron does here. Bell's going to run this angle route, which is an outside release with an inside stem. If you're guessing on the route, if you're the linebacker and you try to guess to the outside based on the initial release, then you're going to get burnt whenever the back or the receiver cuts it to the inside. I think Barron does a really nice job here being able to stay square, not guess, let the receiver declare first, and then follow and mirror and match the route. And really the coaching point here is you want to read the hips, not the eyes, because the hips will take you to the ball every time. The eyes are going to lie. The back here, especially a good one like Le'Veon Bell's going to manipulate you into what this route's going to be. I think Barron does a nice job to not take the bait, take the cheese, and be able to mirror and match this route. So we'll run this thing through, and you see how Bell's got his eyes to the outside. He's trying to sell the outside release. If you're reading the eyes here, you're going to guess, you're going to open your hips, and once he breaks this thing back inside, you don't have a chance. So Barron reading the hips, staying square, matching the route. Darnold can't check it down, has to scramble outside the pocket, try to make something outside the structure of the play, and a nice job in coverage by Terrell Edmonds. So good job all around. But Barron, I think, in particular on this play, just a nice job to play with good technique, match the route, force the quarterback to go elsewhere. Again, looking at Tampa 2, Barron carrying the seam like we saw in the first play against the Jets. And just a nice job here to stay true with your technique. And it looks a little funny because he gets hit in the back with the football here from Darnold. But nice job to play your technique, not try to get your head around, bump into the receiver, lose vision on the football, lose vision on the receiver in the route, and just carry the receiver upfield, down the seam, and making that play. Not an easy play for a linebacker to make, for sure. Again, not the best matchup, but when you play kind of straight cover 2, you're going to get a lot of linebackers on receivers down the seam. I think Barron does a nice job here to be able to get depth, get eyes on the on the receiver, I should say, just get his hands up, be able to knock this thing down, and just blanket the route really well. When you're going to play cover 2, oftentimes the way to look to tell if it's Tampa 2, if the linebacker opens up to the trip side, to the strong side of the field, which he does here on the snap, tight end ultimately stays in, becomes 2x2, but when you open to the strong side of the field in Tampa 2 and get depth, that's your indicator it's Tampa 2. See the 2 deep shell, Barron running with the receiver down the seam. A nice job by the safeties to squeeze it, but a nice job by Barron to break this one up as well. We'll take a look at one more, this time Barron in the run game, lined up as an outside linebacker here. Let's Watt be aggressive, be able to shoot the gaps more often. Shoots the gap here. Little pin and pull scheme. You get the tackle, backside tackle, and backside guard pulling. Barron, nice job to set the edge here. Take on the pulling guard. Keep the back inside. Good chase by Lulu. Nice job by Edmonds in the hole. I thought his run defense, speaking of Terrell Edmonds, was really strong against the Jets. Unfortunately, his coverage has not always been quite as strong, but Barron just being physical on the edge, setting the physical edge, just like an outside linebacker would. So good job there from Barron. Minor thing, I know, not exactly a game-changing play, but just a nice job of attention to detail, physicality, trying to keep that outside arm free, and ultimately just keeping the back to the inside, back to his help, and it only goes for a 2-yard gain. So I just wanted to look at this and say Mark Barron is playing better. Doesn't mean he won't be cut in the offseason. That's certainly possible. This team's tight on cap space. You want to get Bud Dupree re-signed, TJ Walker, look for a mega deal, all the other moves you want to make. But I do want to recognize after a tough start, Mark Barron has certainly improved, and you're kind of seeing why the team was interested in signing him in the first place. So I just wanted to note that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Whether you're watching on YouTube, follow me on Twitter at Alex_Kozora, follow on the website SteelersDepot.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.